You might have read the title of the video and thought to yourself, just what kind of math deserves the nickname, the Devil's Staircase? You'll soon see that the function itself is as strange as it sounds. But to find out what the devil it really is, we need to first familiarize ourselves with its strange cousin, the Cantor set. For the Cantor set, start with a line from 0 to 1. This is stage 0, the closed interval from 0 and 1. In stage 1, we remove the middle third, which is the part from 1/3 to 2/3. We're left with two smaller pieces. For the next stage, we again remove the middle third of each of those. Repeat this process all over for stage 3. And so on, forever. The collection of points that survives after infinitely many stages is the Cantor set. Now here's the weird part. Let's look at the length of what survives. At stage 0, we have the interval 0 to 1, so the line has length 1. When we remove the middle third, we keep 2/3 of the previous length. So stage 1 has length 2/3. Stage 2 keeps 2/3 of that, so we get the length as 2/3 times 2/3, which is 4/9. Every stage keeps only 2/3 of what came before. So, at stage n, we get the length 2/3 to the n. Remember that the Cantor set is produced after infinitely many stages. So what is the length of the set after doing this forever? We take the limit as n goes to infinity of 2/3 to the n, which is 0. This means the Cantor set has total length of 0, yet it contains uncountably many points. Now let's move on to the Cantor function, aka the Devil's Staircase. The Cantor function is built in almost the same spirit as the Cantor set. Just like we defined the Cantor set stage by stage, the Cantor function too is built in stages. Extend a straight line from 0 to 1. This is stage 0. Now whenever we removed a middle third in the Cantor set, we draw a flat step there. No vertical movement. Then connect what's left with diagonal lines. First, we draw a single flat line from 1/3 to 2/3. This gives us stage 1. Next, we add 2 more flat lines from 1/9 to 2/9, and then 7/9 to 8/9. For stage 2, for stage 3, we add 4 more flat lines in the middle thirds of our diagonals. Repeat this process infinitesimally to get the Cantor function. Thus, you get a function that rises from 0 to 1, but is flat almost everywhere and has 0 slope. This is the Devil's Staircase, a function that climbs without really climbing. A fun thing about the function is that it allows us to bridge abstract mathematics with geology. It somehow captures the rhythm of real earthquakes. The reason it works so well is because the Cantor function mimics fractal nature. If you zoom in on any little piece, you'll see the same pattern repeated again and again. Long flat stretches, and then tiny sudden jumps. And amazingly, certain earthquake sequences behave the same way. Long quiet periods, followed by short, intense bursts of major events that happen close together. This self-similar nature is what helps us understand the unpredictability of the world beneath our feet. Kind of serves as a reminder that sometimes the universe hides structure inside the chaos. You just gotta zoom in to see it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this little journey, do leave a like and subscribe for more interesting math stories.